The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Denise Tan. Rice inflation hits its highest level in 14 years despite a price cap on the staple. Headline inflation came in at 6.1% from just 5.3% in August. Year on year, that figure is still lower than the 6.9% recorded in September last year. The strongest push in price increases came from rice, which recorded a double-digit inflation of nearly 18%. That's the highest recorded level since the grains inflation clocked in at over 22% in May of 2009. The Marcos administration implemented a month-long price ceiling on rice that started on September 5th. National statistician Dennis Mapa explains the low compliance with the cap.
Tinignan namin yung ating mga presyo sa ating mga sample outlets at mix ang ating nakikita. Marami kasi tayong mga varieties, regular milled and wheel milled na kinukuha at pinakuha ko sa ating field offices. Yung number of prices collected for regular milled rice, 2,601. Ganong karami yung aming kinukuha ng mga items, no? For regular milled, 2,601. At ang nakita namin, only 640 of these prices ay nagfo-fall doon sa price cap na 41 or below. Para naman dun sa wheel milled rice, ang total number of varieties ang aming tinatrack ay 3,498 at only 687 or mga 20% ay nag-fall doon sa price cap. Hindi natin masasabi yung causality kung mayroon talagang effect kung wala yung price cap. For example, I suppose this is a research question that researchers would study based on the data that we are collecting.
The rice price cap has been lifted, but some retailers opted to keep their prices steady. In a public market in Mandaluyong, local prices goes for 50 pesos to 56 pesos per kilo. Some well-milled varieties are still at 45 pesos per kilo, while a kilo of regular milled rice is at 41 pesos. On the other hand, imported varieties like Jasmine, Dinodorado, and Coco Pandan are priced at 57 to 58 pesos a kilo. One former agriculture official believes a price cap is not an ideal intervention against price spikes in rice. Former DA Undersecretary Fermin Adriano told the Big Story that reducing rice tariffs could be a better option. He noted the Philippines' reliance on imports, which if priced fairly, could influence the staples cost in the whole country.
And a sustainable policy instrument is wherein it observes market forces. You play along with the market forces. Sorry. And that is the reason why we have been advocating before that we should just reduce the tariff or even lift the tariff so that we can lower. The problem right now is that our prices are influenced by international high prices of the rice in the global market.
Hackers have begun publishing PhilHealth data on the dark web after the agency refused to pay ransom. In an interview with Radio 5, PhilHealth spokesperson Dr. Israel Pargas said 70 workstations have been affected by the breach. The result, some information of the state insurer's employees have been uploaded. But Pargas reiterated members' information and hospital records remain intact.
Naibalik na po natin ang halos 6 na external systems. Mayroon na lang po kaming 2 external system na hindi pa naibabalik. And hopefully before the weekends ay matapos na po natin ito.
More stories coming your way after a quick break. Stay with us. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Denise Tan. 6 Navotas police officers involved in the killing of Jemboy Baltazar have surrendered to authorities. They are now under the custody of the PNP CIDG. Recall that the Navotas RTC Branch 286 issued arrest warrants against Jerry Maliban, Antonio Bugayong Jr., Nico Esquilon, Roberto Balais Jr., Edward Jade Blanco, and Benedict Mangada. They are facing murder charges without bail. The cops allegedly killed 17-year-old Baltazar back in August after mistaking him for a murder suspect. Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. A magnitude 6.4 earthquake rocked Sarangani and Davao Occidental yesterday. The quake occurred at around 7:21 in the evening with a depth of 139 kilometers. An overpass in Barangay Matina crossing was temporarily closed in its aftermath. Authorities are now assessing damage from the tremor. Scamwatch Pilipinas has launched an online reporting website. Here, Filipinos can flag scams on social media by visiting www.scamwatchpilipinas.com. The website is linked to the Interagency Response Center of the Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center. CICC is an attached agency of the Department of Information and Communications Technology. Pinay mountain bike rider Ariana Evangelista failed a doping test in the Asian Games. Evangelista tested positive for erythropoietin, a performance-enhancing drug. Hers is the third doping case recorded in the Asian this year. Evangelista fought in the women's cross-country Olympic mountain bike competition where she finished 13th. Evangelista has been suspended from competing. Gilas Pilipinas advances to the finals of the Asian Games for the first time in more than 3 decades. The nationals stunned China with a come-from-behind win. Here's the story. Gilas Pilipinas entered the semifinal game against China, carrying the momentum of the close win against Iran. China's Team Dragon, on the other hand, is also surging off consecutive wins in their last 4 games. After a tight first quarter, China zoomed to a 20-point lead just before halftime. But come the second half, Gilas naturalized player Justin Brownlee got going for the Nationals.
Justin Brownlee goes back out. Can he get this in? He can! Oh my goodness me!
Gilas slowly chipped away at the lead until Brownlee nailed back-to-back booming threes as the Philippines regained the lead.
Justin Brownlee goes for it again. Oh my goodness me! This is incredible!
China bricked the last shot of the game as Gilas held on to the victory 77-76.
Steps up, it's gone short, and it's in the hands of the Philippines. They just need to play out time here. They have done it! Unbelievable scenes here at the Hangzhou.
This is the first time that the Philippines advanced to the gold medal match of the Asian Games in 33 years. Gilas coach Tim Cohn admitted he had lost hope at some point that the team can come back from the early hole.
It's just a miracle. I mean, I can't even imagine it happening that way, you know. The guys just kept battling and amazing. Great character to follow that up after the Iran game.
Brownlee finished with 33 points on the back of 7 3-pointers. The 3-time PBA Best Import also outscored the entire Chinese team by himself in the fourth quarter, 17-14.
Just keep fighting and keep battling. Coach Tim, he told us before the game we had to do something special to win this game. And it was special. It was a special win for us. Pearly heart, our pearly Filipino heart, that puso. That was the main thing that got us over the hump in this game.
Up next for Gilas is a rematch against Jordan in the gold medal game. The national team's only loss came at the hands of Jordan during the last game of the group stages. This is why the team is bracing for a tough battle ahead.
Getting the team to move forward and get focused is going to be difficult. But we're going to come in with we're going to be high. They just got to make sure we're not too high. Use the high that we got and move forward with it. We should have confidence. We should be a little bit confident in our shots, and hopefully we can get out to a good start against Jordan.
Catch the game live on One Sports and Pilipinas Live app on Friday, October 6.
Marshall Yumir Felix,
In boxing, Yumir Marshall has also entered the finals of the 80-kilogram division of the Asian Boxing. Marshall knocked out opponent Ahmad Gousoun of Syria in the second round. The Pinoy slugger unloaded a rock-solid right hook right in the opponent's jaw for the win.
Oh, that was another massive punch for Yumir Marshall.
After advancing to the final, the boxer has also secured a return ticket to the Olympics in Paris next year. Marshall was a bronze medalist during the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, although in a different weight class.
Nagpapasalamat ako sa aking asawa, sa aking pamilya, at sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa akin. Sila po yung sumusuporta sa akin at naniniwala sa akin na kaya ko mag-Olympics. Kaya, yun, hindi ko in-expect na, hindi ko inasahan na nandito ako ngayon, pero ang Panginoon po yung naglagay sa akin dito.
Marshall will play an opponent from China in the finals later at 8:45 in the evening. Maggie Ochoa brings the country's second Asian Games gold after ruling the 48-kilogram division of women's jiu-jitsu. Ochoa took down United Arab Emirates' Balkis Abdullah for the top prize. Ochoa was able to win by advantage after getting a mount over Abdullah at the 4.5-minute mark of their bout. The 33-year-old ran through her opponents this Asian, defeating vets from Mongolia, Kazakhstan, and Thailand on the way to the gold. One News Now will be back at 6 p.m. with the day's latest stories. See you then. I'm Denise Tan. We are One News.